If Hillary Clinton had won the presidency, would she have done any better than this?
Look, I think she would have done more infrastructure spending, which is bipartisan. I think you wouldn't have seen this, back and forth on the trade deal. I mean, the president's trade proposals are pretty scary to the economy in my mind. And I think Mrs. Clinton was very forthright about where she is on that. But look, we have a good economy. That's not the issue in this election. The issue in this election is the president's erratic behavior and leadership, and whether or not his party.
That's what the Democrats want to make an issue of.
Well, no,
that's for a lot of people. It's still the economy. It's still their wallets.
No, because the president continues to step all over that, right? You're exactly right. What the White House should have been doing this week, if I was there in Obama, we would have been talking about the tax cut, the tax cut, the tax cut. And what has Donald Trump spent the week talking about? No policy, all porn, right? And it's true. He spent the last 2 days talking about porn actresses. And that, when you're 185 days before an election, with 43 members of your House Republicans have already retired and open seats now, that's a disaster.
Jim, that makes perfect sense. And it's what the Democrats said all campaign long. And it's what the Republicans said in the primaries about President Trump. He was stepping all over himself. He was getting the wrong issues. And you know what? He got nominated and got elected.
That's right.
Has he changed the rules of the game?
I think he has somewhat. And the thing that people underestimate about him, especially on my side of the aisle, is how masterful he is at changing the subject, right? And he's the best social media campaigner I have ever seen. I have 8 presidents and prime ministers as my clients. All of them, I don't care what party you are, you have to study him because he's just the best at it.
But to what extent do the Democrats get in their own way, too? There was an event, actually, just where Hillary Clinton was appearing, and she was asked a very provocative question about what she had to say in Iowa about defending capitalism. Listen to what she had to say here as a Democrat.
You may be the only presidential candidate since World War II that actually had to stand up and say, I am a capitalist. And you did. Did it hurt you?
Probably. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to know, but I mean, if you're in the Iowa caucuses and 41% of Democrats are socialists or self-described socialists, and I'm asked, "Are you a capitalist?" and I say yes, but with appropriate regulation and appropriate accountability. That probably gets lost in the, oh my gosh, she's a capitalist.
So can the Democrats win those 50 seats that history might suggest?
Yep.
If really they're moving to the left, if they're following Bernie Sanders, if they're following Elizabeth Warren, where they seem to be taking the party?
Well, look, I think it's all about local candidates, right? Tip O'Neill's famous quote, all politics is local. And in places where Democrats have to win, in my home state of Montana, North Dakota, et cetera, they're running really mainstream, moderate Democrats who represent these states, and that's why we win these races. Since President Trump got elected, Democrats have won 43 Republican state legislative and congressional seats. That is unprecedented. That goes with the 43 members of the Republican caucus who've now retired. You and I both know that it's much easier to win an open seat because 95% of all incumbents get reelected. So Democrats have to win some of these open seats. They need 25. Now they have 43 of them to take their shot.